Hello, good morning. This is Vicky. You'll see him around investigating like they do. I've got lots of jobs to do today, so I'm not going to do much chatting, and I hope you enjoy. I'm planning on tidying up today, just making it a little bit neater. I'm going to collect the comfrey, which, if you don't know what comfrey is, this is comfrey. It has purple flowers on it. If you put it in a bucket of water, weigh it down with a stone, all the nutrients out of here going to the water, and it makes you a natural fertiliser. Save you going to the garden centres or wherever you go to get your fertiliser. It's a natural, and it just feeds back into the soil. Very similar to like nettle feed. You do the same with that bunch load of nettles together, put it in water, weigh it down. I know it's really, really windy today, so I do apologise. You might not be able to hear me very well, but as I say, I'm just coming up to getting on. We're sorting out my plot today. I've picked what comfrey I want, and the rest of it I'm just going to use my strimmer and just trim everywhere down to make it nice and tidy. As I say, it's full of nutrients, it's really good for your soil, and it's a natural feed. You can put it on anything, your tomatoes, everything, literally. I sometimes also put, I'm really wary of this wind. I hope that's a bit better, I'm sorry. I normally put weeds in a pot as well, so like nettles, just general weeds, put them all in a pot, similar thing, and it stinks, it absolutely stinks, but it does its job. I have got a lot of voluntary raspberry canes coming up, so while they're young I'm pulling them up. I've potted some on, so the rest I'm going to just chop up really, really tiny, and then I'll put it in my compost bin because I don't want loads and loads. I am going to take some to work, but I don't need loads there neither. As you know, they're spread like wildfire, so I've just got to try and maintain it a little bit. Right, here we go. I love my strimmer, but my spare battery died. I've only got one battery, and I've just done that, and it's died. So annoying. Thing is, it's a good little strimmer. It's just batteries. Max lithium battery, 24 volt. I'm going to have to see if I can get some. With this one, it's the plastic. You get through a lot, and it's just like a pain, it really is. Now, if I had a metal disc for this, it would be better. And they're not the easiest thing to put on. Do not do this yourselves. I have to get a screwdriver, I think, because I don't have the strength. I've done it brute force, and also with this it tends to go to the side and then it goes over the top. So if anyone knows of any that's really good, please let me know. It's noisy. Off I go. Rubbish. I think I've decided I'll be better off with some shears. I forgot how bad that green one was. My red one, I love my red one. But as I say, the batteries are shocking. I have had it for a while, but I ain't had it that long. It's only been like 2 years. And that Bosch, it was second hand, but I've never got on with that. It's just so annoying. You come up, you're enthusiastic, you want to get on, and you've got rubbish tools. Anyway. So annoyed me. Right, I'm going to have a breather and then I'll come back, because that's really miffed me off. Mind you, my flower bed's looking nice. Right, I'm going to have a coffee. Right, I've took the cardboard off here. The grass. Oh, I need my gloves. Yeah, so, as you know, with a strimmer, shocking. My partner come up, he had a play with it, he had a go. He said it's just rubbish, too. He agreed with me. So, any help or advice on that would be great. I used to have a push lawnmower, and I bought it in 2015, and I gave it to one of my allotment friends. It just needed a bit of maintenance. And it lasted me 8 years, and it's still going now because person who's got the plot near me, he's got it, and it's still working. So, and that was like 10 quid from Wilco's back in the day, but you still had to cut like the edge bits of like where your raised beds are, so that was a bit annoying. So I thought I'd try like my strimmers, which my red one is really good. It's just batteries don't last long, and to be honest, it's finding them to buy them, and also having the funds to buy them, as you all probably struggle with yourselves. But anyway, so this has sort of worked. If I left it a bit longer, the soil is lovely. It smells nice too. That's probably a weird thing to say, but right, I'm just going to crack on and get this done. Scissors. Found them. Will you stop it? Are you helping? You're not helping though, Vicky. Biscuit, come on, off. Get off. Off. No, I'm not playing. Come on. Buggeroo, you. Off. Two more down there. Okay, that'll do. Where's that gone? Right, that bed is ready. I've got to dig up the asparagus I've got round there, and I've got 4 of us to put in. I thought I only had 4 in total, but apparently I've got 5. Can't count these days. I don't know how good that will be. It come from Tamu, we'll see. I like the fact you can actually get that from my asparagus bed. I got that for just an ordinary bed because it's got some spacings, and I quite like the fact that the holes are there already. Save you having to burn them in. So I might have to get some more of that if that's okay. We'll see. Time for a break. Right, I'm going to put the asparagus in the beds. I dug up this one. It's actually got some nice shoots coming up on it. Vicky's trying to help me, obviously. Come on, off. Got to just squeeze it in there. So, asparagus is in. That's done. I'll take you to have a look. So, that's the bed done. Got some asparagus here. The original one is here. Biscuit ripped that off. There's a little munchkin. There's a little baby one coming. So, yeah. Hopefully, within a few years, I'll have some nice asparagus. Sorry, I'm just putting you back. That's it. Right, so my next job will be clearing this bed. So I'll Hi, basically my, what do you call it, speaker thingy died. I've done a little bit more on the plot, but Vicky's had enough and so have I. So I'm gonna go just check the other plot, but if the weather's okay, I'll be up here tomorrow, just to do a bit more, because I've got a long list of jobs, as you can imagine. I'm still not going to show you that plot yet because it's not quite ready. I woke up at 5:30 this morning and I had a brainwave of what I want to do on there, so you might get me making that, but I don't know whether to make it on my new plot or my old plot. So we'll see. Right. Someone was coming down that bit, so I'm having to go at the back of the plot just to have a quick look. There's my IBC tank. My neighbour's getting on with a lot, so that's good. I must admit, I feel quite shattered. I feel good because I've achieved some things. Obviously, a bit frustrated with cutting the grass. I honestly think what I'm going to have to do is, when I get paid, treat myself to another push mower. I loved that mower. It was just the edges of like where the raised beds were that you had to go along and just trim it up. I've got to put my glasses on, excuse me, sorry. Vicky, that's quite enough now. I know you want to hug. Right, I'm gonna just gotta stop for a minute. Sorry about that. Sun's coming out now. It was raining and I thought, oh, I'll just pack up. Sod it. But to be quite honest, I feel like I've done enough for today. Recap, I covered my bed with that membrane with the holes in it from Temu. We'll see if that's any good or not. We'll rate that as we go. The dog's going to sleep on my arm. I've shattered him. Hopefully it'll be a nice quiet rest of the day. Are you tired, Vicky? I know. Let's put that on so that you got cold air. There you go. Yeah, so I've done that. I have near enough finished weeding that bed with the onions that we're just waiting to see what happens. This thing that I want to make, now I'm no DIY person, I might mind you, what if I did it that way instead of, it'll look nice though, but would it block the sun out? Basically I want to make an archway, but it's is not going to be a metal archway. I'm going to attempt to make it out of wood. Now, I've got in my head how to do it. Whether it'll work or not is another matter. But I don't know whether to go across where the path is going down the centre, or whether to do it in between the beds along the sides, because the main reason for it is going to be for growing my peas, beans and squashes to climb up there. I don't know, I'm not sure. See, I like the idea of it going over the path, but then I'm concerned that it's going to block the sun out one way or t'other. But then saying that, the sun sort of goes round that way. I do think it'll look nice. And then if I could get like clematis or something, that would be really pretty. If I manage to get more than 2 sweet peas, that would look really pretty too. Decisions. I'll come up here tomorrow. I'll have a look. And I'll let you think about, I'll have a think about what I'm going to do tomorrow, if it's not raining. Conundrum. Anyway, I'm just babbling rubbish. Before I get on the road, I'll just finish here. As I say, I'm really chuffed with what I got done. I helped my neighbour also to mend our fence between us. Neither one of us are DIYers, we admit that, but we did pretty good, even if I say so myself. So, you know, hats off to us. Yeah, so I'm calling it a day because I'm tired. I've had enough. I think my dog's had enough. He's fallen asleep with his head on my hand. Vicky, come here. Are you tired? Look, come and say bye to everybody. No, I don't want kisses, thank you. That's it. You're a good boy. Are you tired? No. You enjoyed being at the allotment? Yeah, but now you want to go home and go to sleep, don't you? Yes, I know. Anyway, so I hope you're all alright. Please like, subscribe, comment and share. Thank you. Take care for now. Bye. Take care. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.